All right, now I think it has. There it goes. I see live. I see live. All right. Just a small, teeny hitch. But anyhow, welcome to the Fat Daddy Figures It Out live TV show, coming to you from the sleepy suburbs of Philadelphia, where we will attempt to make Swedish meatballs. Now, I got right here, I have the laptop, the GoPro knockoff, the slideshow. I hope this all works. Don't blame me if it doesn't, but if you do want to support the show just a teeny bit, I'm going to use that conceit that it might be a show, possibly. Please smash the like button. Anyhow, we'll start talking a little bit about Swedish meatballs and the dilemma. The artwork was all done by Rebecca, so congrats to her. I really like it. We did a little bit of background on Swedish meatballs. They are called köttbullar, which I am pretty sure I butchered, but it means meat buns. They were supposedly introduced by King Charles XII in the 15th century in an attempt to bring Turkey and Sweden close together. That's what we think. I mean, I looked up on Wikipedia. Usually they just give you recipes. They don't give you much etymology, but I thought, hey. So we decided to have, we thought it would be kind of funny to put the fake news spin. Apparently there's a controversy because some guy, Professor Tellstrom, says that no, it's just some boring French or Italian recipe and that the urban myth is not true and blah, blah, blah. So debate rages on. But anyhow, I still think it's cool. They're usually eaten with lingonberries. I have no lingonberries. I'm sure any Swedish person who sees this, and I'm Scandinavian, not Swedish, but Danish, they would probably be horrified. But, you know, it is what it is. So here's the recipe. My kind of challenge of what I've been doing with this show is I kind of want to, you know, if you want a professional show, there's a ton of them. You can go watch Alton Brown, you can watch Good Eats, you can watch Bobby Flay, you can watch any of those guys. I keep thinking Rachel Ray. You can watch Rachel Ray, any of them. There are a gazillion people who know what they're doing. You can watch Gordon Ramsay. They'll make a perfect meal. But, you know, there's some of us who are just struggling to figure it out, and that's me. So you can see in the kitchen studio the whole idea. I'm completely unprepared. Well, almost unprepared. The most important ingredient first, until I earn my cooking stripes, is the cupcake apron. Maybe one day I'll get a fancier apron, but for now, I'm either Captain Facebook. Yeah, I'm Captain Facebook. I'm not going to say I'm Professor Cupcake because that would just be, that would be beyond embarrassing. All right, so let's get our thing. We need ground beef. So let me find the ground beef. Here it is. As much as I like Beyond Meat and stuff, we don't have it. And of course, Charlie's already excited. So this is Laura's lean ground beef. I'm going to switch back here. You can see it's exciting. All right, we're going to get some breadcrumbs. Seasoned. No. In the door, top shelf. All right, audience. The Master Chef says, just like Master Chief, haha. A few people might have gone that. All right, half an onion. Gonna get to see me cry like a baby. There's our onion. You don't give me any ideas, Charlie. An egg. See if I can get one without dropping it. Lord have mercy. Yeah. This shows we're going off the rails. All right. We got ourselves an egg. Kosher salt. You know, I actually really like kosher salt. It's a lot better than regular salt. The only problem is I got it located. And I did. Morton's kosher salt.
I've discovered that making chocolate milk with whole milk does not taste that good.
Okay. All right. Sorry. We'll have to do a show on how to make chocolate milk perfectly another time. All right. Salt. Pepper. Morty. 2 tablespoons of canola oil. We had an oil disaster here recently, and I hope we still have canola. I'm always going to laugh about canola oil, and nobody will ever know why, but I will laugh at it. Anyhow, don't let it, don't let it spill. Beef broth. Okay, we haven't opened it yet. I got to mix. I made some squash soup, and I used vegetable broth, which hasn't gone bad yet, but I need to use it, and that's what I have to bring. Maybe I'll show you how to make that. It's entertaining. All right, milk. Now, I hope I can find the Worcestershire. Leave the milk out, please. Where's the Worcestershire? Or actually, no. I want the good stuff. This is all I can find. This little bottle. I don't know if talking about figuring it out. This may be our first challenge of the night, figuring it out. There's barely. Oh, okay, well, there's a tablespoon left in there. So. All right. No, it's okay. It's all good. All right. So I made a mistake and bought all this whole milk, and it's not healthful, so I shouldn't have bought it, so that's why I have it. And for some reason, I'm holding the chocolate syrup that we do not need. We don't have egg noodles, but this is kind of like an appetizer. You should have egg noodles. You can have a cup or two of a cup of freshly shredded Parmesan cheese. I'm holding the audience on the edge of their seat because they think I might mix it in, or I might not mix it in. You know, the suspense is just killing everybody, right? All right. So in a large bowl, we want to combine the ground beef, the breadcrumbs, the onion, and the eggs. So, all right, let's start crying like a little baby. I have 0 knife skills. Hi, Debbie. Hi, everybody else who's on here. I can't tell who everybody's on. Okay. Oh, that's fine. You know. No, I don't need it. So, here, let's go. I'm wasting time. So, I'm going to cut up the onion. So, yeah, I already like this GoPro because it shows the whole mess better. I've never mastered peeling an onion. It's just Yeah, I guess cutting off both ends might help because then it won't be anchored on as tight. Come on. I mean, you really can't eat onion skin. Is it just the color, or it doesn't taste right? Isn't that what it is? Okay. Always wondered. Well, suffice it to say, I have known people who've eaten an onion raw. I'm not going to say who they are, but I have seen people. Really? Okay. All right. And hey, I can't even make fun. I'm honestly impressed. That is, if you could eat an entire onion raw, that's worthy of winning a bet. I think. All right. So let's. Cut up this onion. Gosh. This is just not happening. I've made a blooming onion. If the goal was to make a blooming onion, I just found the way to cut it perfectly for that, but that's not what's required here, so. Okay. Right. I mean, maybe I should get slap chop, but I feel like that's just a pretend device that looks like it works a lot better than it actually does. Maybe I need to go to chef school, but that would not make the show half as entertaining if I knew what I was doing. Like I say, I think there's plenty of places where you can watch a polished person. Oh, here come the tears again. Gosh darn it. Every time. I'm impressed it took this long, but I mean, I wish I should have goggles or something. Yeah, Charlie. Dogs may not have onions at all. All right. All right. Pardon the white face. Sorry. Oh. No, it's not. It won't be. Then it would be the mom straightening out the fat daddy figuring it out. And I'd have to come up with a longer title, and it wouldn't fit on the page, and nobody could appreciate it. I think it's better just to have a. Oh, there he goes. Thank you to everybody who watches. I do actually sincerely appreciate it. I really do, and I'm not kidding, because I'm doing this hobby to keep sane, but to know that I hope it's fun and semi-entertaining, but you'll have to do something, I feel like, to make it through this craziness. So I appreciate the support. It makes all the preparation and time, and I was really proud to get Rebecca to give her a chance to do something. I mean, it's a small victory, but sometimes you need the small. All right. That's enough cutting. I'm completely gonna get the bowl. I think can advance my slide to the step I'm on, which is there. So let's combine our. I'm going to put the onions in first. Big chunks and all. The text. All right. Only thing I need is like background music. The problem is
I can get out of my boots and sure?
No, see, the problem with Rebecca is that if you get background music, YouTube starts muting you.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
and I mean, I'm not on YouTube, this is on Facebook, but even then, I don't even want to get into the whole thing of, for the extreme nerds, I will tell you, there's a huge thing about, what is it? Yeah, it doesn't matter. There's a website where a lot of people are losing all their hard work that they uploaded. Even if you have the slightest difference, they just delete the whole, they delete everything. Yeah, it's not good. All right, so half a cup of breadcrumbs. All right. Got the onion. Can't believe it's just one egg, but whatever. One egg you want, one egg you get. Come on. Because even I have watched enough cooking shows to know that you need a binder, and the egg binds the material very well. Oh, I gotta wash my hands again. Well, I'm going to wash them half a dozen times more before I'm all done. Alright, so the salt. So we got the ground beef, the breadcrumbs, the onion, the egg. I just need to put the salt and the pepper and mix it all up, and then I'm going to have to wash my hands yet again. So, yay for washing hands. A tablespoon of kosher salt. Wow. Going whole hog here.
I'm not sure you're good enough cook to do that.
I'm not. Haha, that's the best part. I'm not a good enough cook. Is it enough? Is it too little? It's not like I can taste test it. Alright. This might take a little bit while I get out a tablespoon.
Tablespoon of pepper?
That seems an awful lot. I'm not going to get a full tablespoon of pepper. That might be a bit much. Alright, so mix it all together. Hands. And I mean, obviously, when it comes to what I'm surprised is, I can't believe that.
It looks like you're having a harder time than with that than querying people behavior.
Oh, yes. Well, I have a hard time with everything. I make it needlessly complicated. Rebecca, can you give me a plate, please?
Sure. A big one?
Yeah, I need to put my meatballs on there. Oh, man. Thank you very much. Just put it on the... Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, there's a meatball soup.
Yeah, but I can roll them up. I already got my hands gummed up. I can see your face. Don't even think about it. Yeah. Yep. I'm being watched by a pooch. I'm being watched by a Labrador. So what we've done, see, what's interesting about making these meatballs is I thought I was going to be mixing in the Worcestershire before I start making the patties, but instead it's just the salt, the breadcrumbs, and not a lot of breadcrumbs, to be honest. Well, oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. Well, the good news, or maybe the bad news, depending on who's watching, is I have lots of corny dad jokes, so if the cook time goes a little bit long, I can start telling some really bad jokes.
Uh-oh.
I mean, they're horrible.
For takeout.
Yeah. I know, this is like the point where you're like, this is the point of the commercial where you're like, yeah, well, like I say, this is not professional. I'm not doing this because I'm good at it or anything. I'm doing this for entertainment value. And hey, look, if I can support a local business by driving you to order out, then that's fine. I enjoy many of the local ones too. Ugh. Onions are still killing me. My hands are completely burgery. And so making these meatballs is an interesting process. I don't even feel like the egg's doing that much. Wow, that one's got a massive onion in it. That's going to be fun.
When I make meatballs, I put the teeniest tiny bits of onion.
Well, that's because you know how to cut onions, and I don't. Maybe I will get that silly slap chop thing they used to advertise on TV late at night. And I'll slap chop the onions. By the way, speaking of slap, good shows that slap bass on YouTube. It's Davey 504, and he plays some really cool bass lines on the bass guitar. And I guess that technique is called slapping the bass. Anyhow, good stuff. I go down a lot of YouTube rabbit holes. The one that particularly inspired me right now is Tyler Tube, which is this guy who just sets his rig up and he goes right at it. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, but it's quite entertaining. And sometimes you just don't want the polish of a TV show. You just want to see stuff like what would happen if you put something in what was it? Acetone, yeah. I learned that acetone will completely dissolve a telephone in 30 days. That was fascinating. I've learned lots of other pointless. And he's better with me than props. Like he calls it his knife to open packages, but instead it's a sword, and it's ridiculous because it's like trying to use an oversized letter opener. And it's just funny to see. Oh gosh, I remember when he was deep frying stuff in motor oil, and even that one I was like, I couldn't figure that one out. I had fun yelling at him on TV. What are you doing? I did try deep frying a turkey, and I goofed it up, but it was a really fun time. I learned to deep fry a turkey. You cook it 3.5 minutes per pound to minimize the chance of a grease fire. You dry the turkey out beforehand. Do not stuff it, and you fill before you pour in oil. What you do is you pre-measure by pouring in water with the turkey in there, and then you figure out the fill line that you need to get the oil to. Because even then, when you fry a turkey, the oil is going to go everywhere. It's a mess. Okay, that's the last meatball. My hands are crazy, so it's time for another hand washing. And like I say, if you like this, hit the smash like button, as the YouTubers say. I know you're going to be putting money in Mark Zuckerberg's pocket. I'm not going to earn any money from this, but you will give me encouragement to make more of this. Because while it's fun, it also takes a fair amount of prep time to set up the open broadcasting tool software and all that. And if I put it, that's more time to polish off because there are a million rough edges. All right. Going to bring up a pan. Put some canola oil to medium heat. I'm going to go for the big deep one. Okay. Apron falling down. All right. How much canola oil? 2 tablespoons. Remember the last time I was cooking something and I poured way too much oil. And I don't remember what it was, and that was not good. It made it very greasy. What was the thing I was cooking that I don't remember, but I poured. I didn't take into account. And at some point, I will go out with the grill again. I will maybe. I would like to grill up some steaks again at some point, and grill up some asparagus because that's really tasty and very, very easy. All right, we do need the big thing because we need. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to cook the meatballs. I don't think these are terribly spicy. Sorry, I know. All right, and thank you for hanging out, whoever's still hanging out. Let's see if I can inflict any. Oh, first bad dad joke of the night. Here we go. What do you call bear without any teeth? A gummy bear. Whoa! That was terrible, wasn't it? Yeah. That was the first dad joke of the night. And I guess I'm going to use plastic spatula, and we're going to roll. Tongs? Okay, I can get tongs. I think one of the tongs got used, though. I was cutting up the turkey. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, by the way. Charles, don't look from droppings from heaven. It ain't happening, bro. That was the other problem with the cooking the turkey in the backyard, was that this dog went hunting for grease, and while we got most of it cleaned up, I'm sure he got some. Oh, yeah. I know I can cook a pound of beef in this doggone pan, so why its space is at such a premium here?
You probably have the oil turned up in the
Oh, medium heat. Whoopsie. There we go. And there we go. All right. And since I sometimes listen, there it comes. All right.
Probably where are you looking up?
All right. I don't know. He's found something. I thought there was not a trace of food on the floor, but
Look at the flame, because that's the hottest burner you have.
okay. I have it on half.
And you're gonna charring outside and inside and raw.
Okay, so I need to flip them over regularly and stop having it up. I gotcha. Don't like medium rare meatballs? Oh, you know what? I take it back. Tongs are terrible. I think, and a spatula is not that good either, but I think a spoon will do this much better. Yep. So I'm going to just taking a tablespoon and giving these guys a little nudge. And there's a lot of them. Come on. Come on, little meatballs. Turn over. Come on. There you go. Ah, there we go. All right, this is actually kind of fun. It's like, I don't know. It's actually mildly entertaining. For me at least. I don't know if it's fun to watch on the video. If I get more into it and people like this, maybe I'll invest in a second camera, or I don't necessarily need to do a second camera. I just need to figure out how to, what do I need to do? No, maybe. Yeah, I know.
You gotta be careful with the oil. Turn it down, but I can smell the coloration now.
Yeah, the problem is I don't use, because I'm doing this via the wireless laptop, I can't use the wireless capabilities of the camera, so, but I don't think, maybe Abbott, you can straighten me out, but I don't think you can be simultaneously connected to two different network sources at once, at least on a laptop, and do all this broadcasting. I think it gets confused. All right. All right. Yeah, I don't know. A professional cook would know the smoke point of oil, and I do not know what the smoke point of canola is. But every oil obviously has. I know that peanut oil smokes at 350, but
Baby boy. Hurry.
I'm still getting all teared up from the onions.
It's time for dad joke.
All right, another dad joke. Here we go. Hello. Oh, this is a doozy. Why did the golfer change his pants? Oh, you should even know this one's so funny. Because he got a hole in one! He hit a hole in one on the golf course?
One hole in his pants?
Yeah. Just like you did a hole in one if you're a golfer? Yeah.
Hole in one pair of pants?
Yes. Yeah, I'm butchering the jokes too. That was atrocious. When you have to explain it, that's not a good sign.
Hey Google, tell me a dad joke.
Oh gosh, don't say that, or you might confuse the computer.
What do clowns wear under their shorts? Thunder pants.
Oh god. Alright, suddenly I feel... That's one that even I'm going to cringe at. Gosh. That was pretty horrible. Good job. Well, I want them to cook up a little bit more. I still see a lot of paint. I don't want to see any paint. No, the spoon's doing a good job. Because the reason why is there's just so many. I have a lot, and they're very small, and my manual dexterity is not good enough to, if I grab them, I'm just going to break these things up. All right, while these are going, I'm going to read on to the steps about making the sauce. So let's hop on over to... well, I forgot, I don't have a laugh track right now. So you can laugh whenever you want. Yeah, it was pretty, I'm sure I did. The jokes were horrendous. All right. So, oh, whoops. I was supposed to add the remaining salt and pepper after. Okay. All right. So I wasn't supposed to mix in all the salt and pepper before I did this. Okay. All right. It's all good. All good. Just figuring it out. figuring it out. All right. So, Swanson meat broth. Here we go.
I just enjoyed myself while writing a story.
Well, there you go. All right. And,
I gotta say, it's a pretty good one.
okay.
Wait, you're adding that now?
Yeah, that's how it works.
There's oil in there.
Yeah, I know. I have to be careful. I have my fire blanket.
It's not going to be.
So,
It's not. Yeah, it's not going to be it.
yeah, it'll probably never be funny.
You don't pull out the fire blanket.
No, I'm not, but I'm just showing you.
Tonight's meal is
Not brought to you by
not right.
this. I hope so, because that would be bad. This guy is a fire blanket. It opens up. Throw it on a fire. We also have a fire extinguisher. I forget where I put it after the turkey fried, but that's a nice way to keep disasters from becoming real disasters. 2 cups of milk. I'm going to turn up the heat a little because that beef broth really quieted things down a lot. It's hardly even doing anything now. Getting a little bit of bubbling. Ooh, it's turning creamy colored now. Sure I get 2 cups. All right. So beef broth and milk. And we can put those away. I wish I had some video footage of the Swedish chef, but again, copyrights spoil all the fun, and it's fine. That is fine. All right, a tablespoon of Worcestershire. Worcestershire. Go. Put it on Worcestershire. It's a long show. People got stuff to do. And this is a fun hobby too. And I would encourage anybody, it's a great way to escape cabin fever is to find some hobby and do it. Even if you stink at it, or if you don't. All right, now I'm going to cook this up. So I'm going to bring the heat back on. Maybe I can scare them off with a bad joke, just kidding. Not really. Oh, this is a bad one. Why did Cinderella get kicked off the football team?
Uh-oh.
Because she kept running for the ball!
Oh
I know! Well, I'm not going to tell them if they're good. Like I say, just like this cookie, if you want good stuff, go see a professional cook or a professional comedian. I'm not either. All right. So now I've added the beef broth, I've added the milk,
Dad
and I got a lot of stuff. And I have to, I think I'm going to have to, huh?
Dad jokes is your career because you're a dad.
Oh, I don't, it's not my career. I would never make this my career. Okay, bring the liquid to a boil and then add the egg noodles. So that's what I'm going to do. Except we're not going to have any egg noodles because I don't have any. We're just going to have this. And and then cook the noodles. Let's see, what's my next slide? Finishing touches, we can add the Parmesan and the parsley and enjoy. So some boring nerd stuff. This is kind of like a hobby of mine. It's getting me interested in things like trying to be creative and stuff. So the way this works is I created the event so I could get the Facebook Live producer studio. This is all free because I'm cheap. You grab for the Facebook Live, it produces an application key that you dump into Open Broadcast Studio, which I learned about through Twitch. It's a great way to do stuff. The recipes by Tasty. Tasty has a ton of recipes. They don't sponsor me, but if you want ideas, and they always make it look so easy, but obviously like this, where you don't speed it up, it's not always that easy. It slides by Google Drive. I thought I was going to have to do Google Meet, but Becca found the GoPro, I hooked it up, and so we don't need that. So now we're just cooking it, and it's going to be tasty. To show you other stuff while doing this, I am going to make this here's my butternut squash, really cheap, makes a good soup. I got vegetable broth for this. You basically mix this up with a bunch of spices in a bowl and heat it up until it breaks down on the stove in a pan. And then I'm going to put it in a blender. And it's so simple. You cannot screw this up. I'm kidding. You have to follow the spices mostly closely, so it's not too one way or another, or too bland or too crazy, but it's really pretty easy. I threw in some apples with this butternut squash. Really tasty butternut squash apple soup. And credit to the recipe idea goes to Frecken Farms, where I originally got the soup. So I'm not going to do a whole show on that. That's why I'm showing this. I'm going to find another tasty recipe. I can show you. No, I can't. I'm not going to carry the pan over. But closing thoughts and credits. More bad jokes. Okay. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, no one wants to watch me eat. So anyhow, thank you for joining me. If you liked it, please smash the like button, and I'll consider doing another one, or trying to improve it a little, polish it off. This was my tempo ready to make it a little bit better. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. Hope you have a great holiday season. And bye for now. Signing off from Kitchen Studio 1. I haven't figured out the name. Thanks very much for sticking with us this evening. Bye.